Work together, 2-1. Like I said, it might be beneficial to grab a book and have your book open to the 2-1 so that you don't have to click back and forth for directions. Totally up to you though. So our directions for 2-1 says back office sells used office furniture in 2 departments, chairs and desks. Page 3 of a sales journal, page 6 of a general journal, and partial accounts receivable and general ledgers are provided for us. Number 1, we need to journalize the following transactions completed during September of the current year. We're going to post the items that are to be posted individually. The sales tax rate is 8%. Source documents are abbreviated as S for sales invoice and CM for credit memorandum. So there looks like we have 6 transactions. And then step 2 is to prove and rule the sales journal and then to post the totals to the general ledger. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'm going to be just looking from my book for $52. So that is going to go into our sales journal. We're going to record the date first, so September 3rd. We're going to put our customer name, LKL Products Company. We're using sales invoice. Oh, you know what? I said plus sales tax of $422. I thought that was a lot. Nope, I misread that. That was sales invoice $422. Sorry about that. Okay, post reference is blank right now. We haven't posted. Okay, so first of all, we have to put in our sales credit, and it says that we are selling a desk. So we're going to go under our sales credit desk column, and we know that that is $1,415. Now, that's the only number they give us. We do have to figure out what our sales tax is. In our directions, it tells us that sales tax is 8%. So we're going to do 1,415 times 8%. That gives us a sales tax of $113.20. We would add those 2 numbers together then to get how much LKL Products owes us, $1,528.20. Okay, next one on September 6th, it says that we sold a chair on United Charities. They are tax exempt for $310, sales invoice $423. So I'm going to move to the next one. It is the 6th. I'm going to put in our customer, United Charities. We're using sales invoice $423. Okay, now I'm going to find they bought a chair from us. So sales credit chairs for $310. Remember, it says that they are tax exempt. So we do not have a sales tax in there. So they simply owe us $310. Next one, September 11th. 3 desks for 2,000 sales invoice 424. So still in the sales journal, it is now the 11th. We have Grasson Incorporated, sales invoice 424. So we are selling desks for $2,400. So we're going to go to our sales credit desk column, 2,400. We do need to figure out their sales tax. So 2,400 times 8% is $192 in sales tax. Add those 2 together to figure out what our accounts receivable is. So $2,592. On the 16th, credit to them. So it sounds like maybe something was wrong with that desk, and so we're just going to give them credit for that. So this we need to go to our general journal. because we're not making a sale. We need to put in our date. Our date is September 16th. Now, this is going to go to sales returns and allowances. Remember, we are going to keep that separate from our sales account because we want to keep track of what is given as a return or allowance. Now, this was for a desk, so we want to make sure that we pick desks. It says that we're using credit memorandum 45 for that. And it says credit of $800. So that's going to be our debit then to our sales returns and allowances. Okay, now we also need to debit sales tax payable because we don't want to end up paying sales tax for something that got returned or we gave an allowance for. Okay, so in this case, we need to figure out what that is going to be. So you take 800 times that 8%. That's going to be $64. We'll debit sales tax payable for $64. And then the last thing that we need to do is we need to credit the accounts receivable. And we're going to credit that account for Grasson Incorporated. So it's going to be accounts receivable / Grasson Incorporated. And we're going to credit for the total amount, which is $864. On September 23rd, we sold 10 chairs on account to LKL Product Company for $3,650 plus sales tax and sales invoice $425. So we're making another sale. I'm going to go back to my sales journal. This is the 23rd. I'm selling to LKL Products again. My sales invoice number is $425. And it looks like we're selling chairs, so I'm going to go to my sales credit chairs column, and we're selling $3,650 worth. I need to figure out then my sales tax, which will be $292. Add those two together to figure out how much they owe us. Oops, that was not good. So $3,942 it will be a debit to that account. And the last one, it says on September 27th, random 46. So here I'm going to go to my general journal. I have another sales, and on this one, we're giving that allowance for a chair. So they had a defective chair that we're saying we'll give them some money back for. Okay, so it's the 27th. We're going to debit our sales returns and allowances. This is going to be for chairs. We're using credit memorandum 46 for this one. And it says that we're $75. So we're going to debit that for $75. And we're also going to get rid of that sales tax then, because we don't want to pay sales tax for something that we're given an allowance for. So we take 75 times 8%. That is $6. We're going to debit sales tax for. And then the last thing that we need to do is we need to credit that accounts receivable Davenport Corporation. So they don't owe us as much money anymore. All right. Goodness. So the last thing that we were doing was crediting to that accounts receivable for the total amount. So that's going to be $81. And that was our last transaction. So what we're going to do next is we are going to close. I think what I'm going to do, since I run out of time at 15 minutes for my videos, is I'm going to leave the second part. So this will be the end of this video. You can go to the part 2 video for the posting.